What's going on, everybody? If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeremy, and on this channel we are going to talk about everything, whether it be street outlaws, no prep racing, drag racing, and we are fixing to have a car build on the channel. So hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I hope you enjoy this video. Monday night, Street Outlaws just went off, and it was where they raced their daily drivers, and they had some fast cars on there, you know, and it reminded me a lot of the first or second season. You know, if you think about it in perspective, that the cars that they was racing tonight is the same horsepower that they had in season 1, and, you know, even in season 2. You know, you got to think back the Varley, the Goaty Bow, you know, several. I've seen daily driven cars try out for the list on the show before, and I actually enjoyed the episode tonight. You know, there was some, you know, fast cars there. You know, twin turbo S10 that Daddy Dave's driving. That's a fast truck. The Cadillac, you know, it's fast. That Jeep that Asian's driving, I seen them build that, or when they first unveiled it a long time ago, and they was, you know, taking it down the track, getting it dynoed in, getting it all tuned
and ready. I think
1320 did a video on it then about how fast it was, but it, you know, you haven't seen a whole lot on it since then, and I don't know whose cars some of them was, you know, but there were some nice rides in there, and I wish they would do things like that more, just to break up the monotony. If you notice, this season there has not been but one out-of-town race, and that was the very first one. It has just been list racing and no prep racing. And I also know that they are coming out with a new show, No Prep Kings, where it's going to be all these no prep events that they're going to. I think the next one's in North or South Carolina, Orangeburg, the 9th, 15th, I'm not sure. There's a picture of it on the screen right now, and I wish that they would go back to racing out of town people, because they claim to be the fastest on the street on the planet, and they're not racing anybody but themselves every week. And I want to see them go back to where it used to. It was about a 60-40, 60 list racing, 40% out of town, out of state racing, and I like that a lot more. You got to see more people, you got to see different things. You know, a lot of people was getting their 15 minutes of fame versus just the 405 guys. So, you know, not a lot to report in to everyone, you know, everybody watching this video that happened this week, but there is a couple of things that I want to go over outside of what happened tonight, and we'll talk about them right now. The first one is Boosted GT and his new car. There's a picture right now on the screen. He has got the car done, it looks like. It said that it was going to be orange for 2018, and I think Boosted GT in a big tire is going to be a force to be reckoned with. He is going to be a top contender for all of this. You know, I made a video the other day, No Prep Kings, and I listed several of the fastest guys in No Prep today. And there was a little bit of controversy over the video, and that's what I wanted. I enjoy the controversy. I enjoy mixing it up with everybody. You know, I love reading the comments. I love getting the emails and all that. You know, I have learned a lot of new things from this outlet, you know, YouTube, and with the email address, because, you know, when you got 500 comments, it's hard to reply to them all, but the ones who are sending me emails is, you know, more dedicated and more of my personal following than all the rest of them. And I enjoy reading them, and there's not been one that I have not replied to yet. I replied to every email I get, and thank you so much for sending them. Don't let them stop. The email address right now is on the screen, so stop what you're doing right now. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. Anything you want to know, anything you want to say, either drop it in the comments or send it to the email address on the screen. One more thing I want to ask everyone is, when I'm not sure if it'll be next week or the next, but who do you think is going to win between Chief and Chuck? I think those top three cars, which would be Ryan, Chief, and Chuck, deserve them top three spots. Monza is a close fourth along with Daddy Dave, but if you notice, Twin Turbo is in all three positions, and I think all three of them is like I said, a tuner's game. It depends on. There's so many tiny variables that can change, or that falls into place to decide who is the fastest on any given night. One more thing, and I know this video is kind of bouncing around everywhere, but don't forget to send me the questions for the Q&A video that's coming up in the email address or in the comments below. And also this week I'm going to do a video on Memphis and also a No Prep Kings Part 2, because I didn't want to drag the video out 20 minutes, and I wanted to see what everybody else's top guys was in the no prep scene right now. I already have a video started of that, but it will drop later on this week. One more thing that I want to kind of make clear to everyone is that when I started this channel, it was for me to have someone to talk to about all the things that's going on with no prep, with street racing, with street outlaws. And on this channel there's fixing to be a car come hopefully this week. I'm not going to give too many hints or drop what it is yet. All I'm going to tell you is it's going to be an LS car, and we're going to build this car together. When I say that, my subscriber base is going to build this car as far as heads, cam, what kind of induction it has, all this, and it's going to be a street and strip car. It's going to be a race car that can be daily driven if you wanted to. It's going to be something along the lines of what was on the show tonight. I hope to have a 10-second car that I can drive back and forth to work if I want to. And you can leave your guesses in the comment box below on what it is, but if you've stuck with me for a while, I've dropped hints in the past of what it's going to be, but I have one. It is coming to the channel hopefully this week. As soon as I get it, you will be the first to know. But with that being said, there's one major thing that I want to clear up, and that is there has been a lot of controversy on my channel that I have copied someone else by doing what I'm doing, and that couldn't be further from the truth. There's a young man who does a lot of what I do, a lot of similar things to what I'm doing, but when I started this channel, my main goal was to build a car on this channel and have a subscriber base that stuck with me through the build and to help me build it as far as what went on, what we just talked about. And a lot of the things that this young man and I say are the same, but the reason they're the same is not because I'm copying him or he's copying me. It is because we talk about what has went on this past week, and when we're talking about the same topic, we're going to say the same things. My videos are actually made before his, so there's no possible way that I could be copying anything this young man says. YouTube is probably the biggest monopoly in the world, so there's no way that there's not enough room for two people to do similar things via this outlet of YouTube. And I am not, trying to do anything malicious or anything toward him. I wish him the best. He's building I think it's an old Dodge car, and he's a younger guy. I love to see the younger people into, the things that I was into at that age and what I'm into now. I think the car community and the racing or street racing community, they're all the same type cats. So, I wish this guy the best, and I really want him to know that I am not in any way trying to copy him. I watch his videos when I can, and whether it's good, bad, it doesn't matter to me. If they're talking about me, then I'm on somebody's mind. And that is my whole reason for this YouTube channel, is to, put it out there to gain a subscriber base, to gain a following as far as to help me build this car, and YouTube has become the outlet for me to do that. And don't want to even think about if it wasn't here to do it with. You know, I have made a relationship, so to speak, with a lot of you guys, and you know, I love reading all the comments. You know, even the hate comments, I love reading them. You know, I send a few things back that I probably shouldn't. One more thing that I get accused of a lot is clickbaiting, and my definition of clickbait is to put something in the title that has nothing to do with the video. As long as you talk about what is in the title, it is not clickbaiting. If there's something big went on, the last video that I made, I uploaded it Saturday, and I had several people say that it was clickbaiting, but either you didn't watch it to the end or you don't know the definition of clickbait, because the main topic is not going to be to the end. You know, if you watch a movie, you're not going to find out the plot of the movie in the beginning. It's at the end. You got to watch it to the end to find out what happened, what went on, you know, what the whole movie was about. And I'm also going to make a video about Memphis Street Outlaws in a day or two. There was nothing to talk about Street Outlaws tonight other than what happened with the daily driver race. So this video is going to get cut short right here, and will be edited and uploaded in a day or so, and the Memphis video will be recorded then. Also, the Kings of No Prep video part 2 will be dropping this week also. But with that all being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Stick with me. This week or next week, a new car is dropping on this channel. You do not want to miss. I need everyone's help. My whole subscriber base, I hope to hear from every single one of y'all about how we're going to build this car. We're going to build this car together and possibly give the car away on this channel. So make sure you stay subscribed. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you like, share all these videos, because there is so many things coming on this channel that a lot of the guys do, but I'm going to do it so much differently that it's going to be something new. It's going to be a breath of fresh air in YouTube as far as racing or street racing or anything goes. So stick with me. Thank you very, very, very much for all the love and support this channel has gotten, and Godspeed.